let's talk about exactly what the Google Ad Grant is. Now, this is core fundamental information, but a lot of people get this wrong and make it more confusing than it needs to be. So the Google Ad Grant is $10,000 a month, and we'll talk more about the budget in the next video or two. But it's $10,000 a month of text search ads. So let's take a look at what a text search ad really is and what's included in that. So you can see here for a search of adopt a cat, we see an ad, and this is an ad for Cat Care Society. We know it's an ad because we see this sponsored tag right here. Now, we can also see other ads here. So here's one for PetSmart charities. So this is technically another nonprofit in this case. And then we see another one for Max Fund, and they all have that sponsored tag. The other thing we can see is once we get past the sponsored tags, so again, sponsored, sponsored, sponsored. Now here we're in the organic listing. Everything down here is the organic listing. These are not paid ads. So one of the things that gets confusing is people say, okay, well, it's text ads only. And then they get kind of hung up on this concept of images and these assets that you can add to it. So yes, it is only text search ads, but text search ads have image assets. So you can see there's an image here of the outside of Cat Care Society. You also have these other features here too. So this is another asset that's showing the hours, where it's located, its GMB category, or well, now Google Business Page category, formerly Google My Business category. We have another asset here. This is still text, but this is a site link asset, and that gives us a more distinct ad. And you can see this is another version of a site link asset right there. You can see there's that local business data right there. So it is a text ad, but there's a lot of other aspects to it. The other thing that can happen is we can actually get even more images, like you can see here. So the previous one just had one image, but you can see how helpful this would be for Cat Care Society to show, a little carousel of all their adoptable cats. And we see more assets here as well. But the other thing I want to show you is that these search ads also include maps. So we can see here, this will show up on the search results page. I'm sure you're familiar with this before. And we can see these right here, organic listing, because they don't have, they don't have this sponsored tag right there. So this is extremely helpful if your nonprofit is a local organization where you want people to actually come visit you. The other thing that the Maps edition can do is we can see here, this is a screenshot from a mobile device. On a mobile device, when there is a map ad, again, this is a nonprofit organization, so we can't say for sure whether or not this is paid or grant, but we do know grants can function this way. But when it's on a mobile device showing up in Maps, you're going to have this feature to call. And that's as opposed to the directions and website. So again, for some organizations, that's going to be extremely helpful. So just so you see the difference here, for desktop, we're seeing website and directions. And on mobile, we're going to see this option to call. So even though they are search text ads, you can have image assets to enhance the visual appeal of your ad. You can show up in Maps. You can have these other assets like site links and so forth that make your ad more prominent. And the other thing I want to talk about, just so you kind of know what's coming on with this course and understand that even though these are just text ads, there's a lot that you can do with them. Anything someone is searching for, you can get in front of them and promote your nonprofit's mission. And so some of the strategies that we use, kind of the higher level strategies, include, just controlling your brand. So this is reputation management, promoting content and list building, getting in front of donors. Now there's a lot of caveats to this that we'll talk about still in this module, but you can get donations from the Google Ad Grant. Sometimes you have to go further up the funnel for that process. Finding volunteers, getting job applicants, promoting your events, petitions, and issues, and of course, local services, right? Cat Care Society is getting in front of people at the Maps level, at the local level, in sales as well. So these are just a few of the things that you can do. So just making sure you fully understand that these are text search ads, but that doesn't mean that you can't do a lot with them.